Ande passasse, ande paseo. Anche mai video.
How is it? Tired.
Onko se jonossa ketään?
Everybody come here.
In Koli Mountain, Akka, Ukko and Paha. But we are going to visit only the most famous one, Ukko Koli. Akka means old woman, Ukko means old man, and Paha means evil, or in Old Finnish it means also a little boy. So there is sort of top family here. And then when you look around you see lots of fallen trees. And that's because of packed snow. Because Koli is the southest place in Finland where every year there is packed snow. And if you look up, you see almost in every tree the top is sort of broken. And that's also because of packed snow. Because one tree can carry about 2 tons of snow at the time, so they are like snowballs. There is some Pielinen lake by on the other side, we can see it later. And the moisture is coming up from Lake Pielinen and 6 up here. And because here is colder, it sort of freezes on the trees. And that's why they look like snowballs. And sometimes they cannot carry the snow, so they break and fall. And that's why it looks like this over here.
Okay, and that's why you must come here later on in winter time.
Yeah.
Okay, you remember that. Okay.
347, sea level somewhere in my head. And about 252 from Lake Pielinen. So this is Lake Pielinen, it's the 4th biggest lake in Finland. About 100 kilometers long, from 7 to 25 kilometers. And lots of islands. You have maybe heard of this country of thousands of lakes, but also thousands of islands. And we have about 1,520 islands here in Lake Pielinen. One of them is this one here, island, but there are also people living in there all around the year. Now there's sort of clouds here, but otherwise you can see there's sort of chain islands here. They also belong to National Park. And there are fireplaces, you will go there by canoe or something like that and make a fire. And I think this summer you can even camp in one of these islands. And they have a funny formation, they're like sort of in line. And that's because of last ice age. Here was about 3 kilometers ice in top of Koli Mountain. And as it was started to melt, there was a crack in this ice and a river inside this crack, and it just brought sand and stones and built this island chain. Maybe you have already heard that this is very old mountain, because here has been a mountain chain about 10 kilometers high, like Himalaya or Alps today, but it was about 2.5 billion years ago. So time and erosion has sort of slowly worn it So only the hardest core is left here. And this stone is very hard. It's called light quartzite. You can even cut glass with this stone. Now, if we head to the weather, we can see there are small mountains in this direction and in this direction also. But unfortunately, the clouds are sort of on the way. But we are lucky that we have this small hole here, so we can see a little bit of Lake Vilne.
This is our national scenery.
Yes.
Yeah, really.
Why is this national scenery? There were actually a group of Finnish artists in 1860s. And they went to Paris. They were starting to talk, okay, these French people, they have this very stark national sort of feeling, and we need something like that, because Finland was at that time part of Russia. And Finnish identity was very important for us. So they thought, okay, we start to look for a Finnish, very Finnish scenery, and they went to North Karelia. A part of them went more east, but some came also here, Eero Järnefelt and Juhani Aho, and they made nice pictures, and Juhani Aho wrote stories about Koli, so that's why people started to come here in the first place.
May I tell you a secret?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Every autumn, just a few weeks before the students come to school and we start our school year, I'll come here for a short moment and relax and see all you can hear and see all around here. And I have a feeling that I was given a kind of energy for this. I collect energy for the next school year, for that moment, and I've done it quite many years. That's why this is a very important place also for me. And every time when I have a visitor or our school have visitors, if possible, I'll bring them here and try to share this feeling and so on. You have nice places in your countries also, but from the nature you can pick up very many things for yourself if you really want to do those things. And perhaps you notice that it is now quite at the end of school year, but still I have some energy inside me to continue.
And it's effective.
And that's why we are here, and I'm very glad that all of you are here, and perhaps we can share this feeling. Thank you.
Thank you.
We are here. Mysterious feeling here now. Clouds are sort of hanging and moisture. Sometimes sun coming through.
Yeah.
Ei vielä fotografia.
Contando se me
It's here, and one is in the last mountain over there. And last week, my friends were skiing here. Okay, lifts are not working, so you have to work on yourself.
Yeah, to up.
Okay.
Nyt tulee seuraavalle ihminen hyvät maisemat. Eikä tääkään nyt huono ollut sinällään.
Kyllä tää nyt avautuu ihan eri lailla.
Joo.
Fique todo pedi. Calma.
Okay.
Εγώ κοιτάτε εδώ σε μένα τώρα.
Εσείς βγάλετε πολλές. Βγάζετε βίντεο.
Έλλειψη χώρου μνήμης λέει.
Okay.
Τι έκβασε.
see and hear. So, welcome also on my behalf to our visitor center. My name is Markku Penttinen and I'm one of the main guides on this park and visitor center. Koli as a national park is quite new. It's a little bit over 20 years old, but it was over 100 years ago when the Finnish state bought here the first lands and marks. This national park was to preserve the traditional landscapes which we keep up here with the old traditional methods, then to preserve this North Karelian hill formation and our most beloved so-called national landscape. Also, the geology in this area is worldwide unique. You see, the geological history of this area started about 2.5 billion years ago, so 2,500 million years ago. At that time here was an old continental plate, so-called archaic plate, that was torn apart. The western part vanished, and after several 100 million years, a new continental plate, so-called Proterozoic plate, came from west, and these collided like two cars in an accident. And the new plate climbed up above the old one. And then 2,000 million years ago, they formed a giant mountain chain called the Karelids. We don't know where the highest point has been, but that we know, that here above Koli it has been over 10 kilometers high.
Play, Marie, go into the picture lane. Minä en jaksa. Onko se toinen jostain? Menkää. Niikka kuvaa. Minä otan ensin kuvan tästä.
Niikka.
Niin. Näyt, mutta sit joka sinun takana on niin enää. Hei, se ei näy se opettaja, joka on sinun takana. Et voi seisoo.
Тебе tästä mahdollisuus. And Greece.
Καμιά καλή πρόταση υπάρχει. Γιατί ρε μπαγλαμάδες, όταν έκαναν ακόμα σκι, έπαιρναν όλο το χιόνι που γύρω.
Είσαι το λουκάνικο της κυρίας. Φέρτε το. Εντάξει, στον αέρα.
Αυτή είναι μια δουλειά,